Last Minute Man, and we are back on the range. I'm with my good buddy, Mr. Obvious. And Mr. Obvious, what are we talking about today?
Oh, we're talking about a couple little small pistols, little 38 special Airweight.
So, Mr. Obvious and I have shown our viewers weapons that we carry for different things, whether it's hunting season or defense in the bear woods or, you know, what we generally carry for that kind of stuff. But I've had a couple questions on what do we carry normally? What's our everyday carry, you know? And my answer to that is it kind of varies. You know, it depends on the weather and it depends on what shoes I'm wearing. You know, you gotta have a different firearm for different events. It's like we got some pretty guns that we both carry. Like if we go to a wedding or something, no joke, we carry that. Yeah. They're just neat looking guns and it's a conversation piece more than anything. But anyway, so what do I carry in the summer? Would be one of these, and this is a Smith & Wesson Airweight, and Mr. Obvious has the same firearm there, just a little different.
Yep.
And
both bodyguard styles. Mine's got the hammer.
Yeah.
And yours is hammerless.
Hammerless, which I do like, being able to squeeze off that fine shot if you want to. So having the hammer to me is kind of, I think it's a good idea. Nothing wrong with it. We weighed both of these, and they're identical in weight.
Identical.
And so I'll flash that up on the screen. And these are very, very similar firearms. Back when I had my FFL, Mr. Obvious purchased this from me. And it's been a good carry piece for you. You've carried it for quite some time. And I liked it so much, I bought myself one. So that's how that goes. But we're going to get out here today and just shoot a few shots with them. Show you, you know, within 21 feet is what they're designed for. You know, I mean, I wouldn't go out and be splitting playing cards or anything at 100 yards with it. But, you know, but these are just an emergency carry, you know, better than a pointy stick, in my opinion. Yeah. And, well, let's get out here and shoot them. What do you say?
I know I'm not going to be splitting no playing cards at
I don't think we're going to do that.
7 yards either.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. But let's get out here and shoot. We've got some of this MagTech, just soft lead 38 specials. He has some as well. We got a bunch of those. And then I've got some plus Ps, because these are plus P rated, that we'll fire out of this. And we'll probably do a more inclusive video in the future showing a comparison between like 9mm plus P and 38 plus P and 357 mag and all that out of these snub nose, because I think that'd be an interesting thing to see.
Yeah, we can throw them through a chronograph too.
Yeah.
See the speed difference.
Right. So, and that'll be upcoming. But today, let's just get out and shoot this and show how we carry it and everything. But stick with us. All right, so I'm going to go first here. I already fired a couple practice shots, and this thing does seem to be printing very high, actually. So we're pretty close here. We're, like you said, Mr. Obvious, about 7 yards. So this is a realistic distance for a defensive scenario. So the way I carry it in the summertime, I'm typically dressed just the way I'm dressed now. So if I'm at the grocery store, at the Walmart, or wherever I'm at, I'm carrying it. It is fully concealed. You cannot see it on me. The way I carry is an appendix carry, and I've got it in a holster here, and I can hear it already. Oh man, that's dangerous to carry that way. It's really not. No more dangerous than carrying it on your hip or anywhere else. Keep your finger away from the trigger, and it's pretty darn safe. Now, for those of you who think you can shoot your junk off doing this, or that's something you're worried about, don't worry. I'm sure your aim's not that good. Neither is mine. You know, we'll be okay, I promise. But all right, Mr. Obvious. So what I'm going to do is start in the surrender position. Mr. Obvious is going to say go. I'm going to draw from concealment here. And, you know, I'm not looking to be super fast here. I'm looking to be, just get that muscle memory in. While we were practicing before, I kept reaching like this because that's the way I typically carry. This is, like I said, my Sunday go meet and carry, okay? So this isn't something I practice a lot with. So this is good for me to do too. But he's going to say go. I'm going to draw from concealment, and I'm going to put 2 shots on target, and then we'll look at them. And then I'll do the same thing again and put the final 3 because this is a 5 shot. Okay, Mr. Obvious, we ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go.
Go.
shot way high. All right, and I can see there's no sense in even going down and looking at the target because it did. I'm looking like Trump's Secret Service agent now trying to holster. But anyway, it shot way high. So I actually shot above the target. I can see it there. It's plain as day. So I'll do it again and put 3. This time I'm going to aim very low. So, and that's another thing. With my duty carry, like in the military, I carried a Beretta 92. And, you know, on the street here, I typically carry a 45, a 1911. And I instinctively shoot those. I'm not really spending a lot of time aiming down the sights, and I've shown that on video before. But here, I'm learning that. I'm learning where to hold on this. So, again, practice makes perfect. So, I'm far from it. But you're seeing how the sausage is made here.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do the same thing again, draw from concealment, and this time I'm going to put 3, and I'm going to shoot pretty rapidly. So, but I'm actually aiming. The sights will be below the target. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do here. So, all right, Mr. Obvious.
Go.
Win. And I got bullseyes there. All right, so I aimed about a foot low. All right, let's go down here and look. Nope, I did not get bullseyes. I got 1. Okay, just so you can see, this was my point of aim. So this is probably a lot to do with me representing on target, but we hit 1, 2, and 3. So that's not what I would call a tight group. That looks like a shotgun.
Yeah.
but I would have hit a man every time. You know, this is much smaller than a human torso there. So, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done here. I got to polish this out and get a lot better. But you can see, again, that's how the sausage is made. So, Mr. Obvious, you ready to go?
Ready to go.
All right.
All right. So, first off, Barney 5 has got to get his bullet out of his pocket.
He gets 1.
Just 1 shot. I better make it count. So, I carry it a little different. I'm one of the older hillbillies. I just carry mine right in my pocket.
Which is, that's adequate. Works just fine.
You can't tell it's on you.
Yep.
You know, so I just carry it right in my pocket and I just reach in and pull it out. So that's what I do.
And so what you're going to do here, Mr. Obvious, because you do have the option to cock the hammer back and squeeze off a really well-placed shot. That's what you're going to do, correct?
Yeah, so the first 2 shots, I'm going to just cock the hammer back and shoot. Then I'll stop. We'll see where we hit. Then the last 3 shots, I'll squeeze it off.
Yeah, so he'll reholster and then just squeeze off and start the surrender.
See what the accuracy difference is cocking it and squeezing it.
It's going to be a big difference.
Yeah.
But it's good to have that option on your firearm.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go ahead and start surrender position there, Mr. Obvious.
All righty.
And go.
Go.
Holster it. Let's go down there and look. I did see limbs flying back there. All right, now we're using the same target I shot at, so we know, yeah, it looks like you're shooting real high as well.
Yeah, I was holding here.
Okay.
Because I thought the gun, it's been years since I shot it, so actually I need to be holding on the 8.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if shot high or shot low. We didn't shoot off target, see where I was hitting.
And this is why it is so important. I don't care if you do carry a gun every day. It just goes back to practice your fundamentals and everything, and know the firearm you're carrying with. But you did hit in paper. That was me shooting high the first time.
Did you see where I shot?
Yeah.
Look, come on. I shot him in the ear.
All right. But yeah, those were your 2. And now you're going to just shoot off 3.
Yeah, I'm going to squeeze off 3.
All right. And here we go. I'm reset. And hold on a second there, Mr. Obvious. All right, surrender position. Go.
All right.
Okay, let's go down here and look. And you aimed lower that time. I could see that.
Yep.
and looks to me like he got away.
Here,
No,
and here.
no, you did get him. Yeah, there and there. I
Here.
see him now. I was looking lower because I saw one clip the grass low.
Yeah.
And that's the one I hit before. Yeah. But that's all right, man. We're learning. And again, it's good to see how the sausage is made, folks.
To go show you, these is belly guns, we call them.
They really are. Yeah.
They're really to shoot from here. Bam, bam, bam.
Well, and realistically, yeah.
That's what they're designed for.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like I said, better than a pointy stick. And let's get back here for an AAR. And we are back with our after action report. And what do we have to report today, Mr. Robbins?
We're going to report belly guns that scatters like a shotgun.
Yeah. Now, again, I don't have a lot of trigger time with this.
I don't either.
I'm going to have to put quite a few rounds through it before I'm like really confident. And, but this is something I've been carrying as of late. And I do highly recommend these. They're very lightweight. Now let's talk about advantages and disadvantages. I can already hear the comments now. It's a revolver. So this has only 5 shots. Okay. Now there was a time in this country when I used to teach concealed carry, and I would tell people, because statistically it was true, most gunfights are, a few seconds long and 2 shots are fired. Situational awareness will probably prevent most any crime that was happening against you. Now, this has been some years ago. So letting someone know they're there, watching your surroundings, was typically enough defense, really. And your gun was there in case you had to pull it. If you did have to pull it, typically just presenting a firearm got someone to stop or run. There was a handful of criminals out there that required to hear it go bang. And then there's an even smaller number of guys that actually got to get hit with it. That's what I used to tell people, because it was statistically factual. Okay? Having said that, we are living in pretty different times. The data isn't really out there the way it was back then. Of course, we were going off data from the 90s, back in the early 2000s and whatnot. Now, criminals are getting more bold, so the days of me telling people you are perfectly armed with 5 shots are pretty much, I don't know that that's true anymore. Now, for me and Mr. Obvious, we live out in the country. If I go someplace public, it's everybody I'm around is kind of similarly minded. It's everybody in the grocery store I go to is packing, pretty much where we live. We don't have that kind of a crime outbreak here. We don't have those problems. Doesn't mean it can't happen. And that's why I carry a firearm, just in case. But I do feel adequately armed for that. Like if I'm going to the grocery store, going, to the tractor supply or something to get some equipment for my home, my farm, carrying this, I feel fine carrying that. If I lived in a city, I might not.
Yeah.
That's where your Glocks and doubles, the compact Glocks and things like that kind of make more sense to me.
You just have to carry what you feel that suits you.
Yeah.
In your area. Are you outgunned? Are you not outgunned? What everybody else is carrying, so
yeah,
you might want an equalizer to equalize the situation. So
right now, I will say this, and I've gotten heat for saying this in the past, but it's just the way I feel. If you live in a major city, I don't know what's keeping you there. I don't know what your personal situation is or whatever, but I would be armed a lot better than a 5-shot revolver if I was living there. It is imperative to have situational awareness, and it's like I pretty much keep my rear end out of a situation. I watch. If I don't feel comfortable about a thing, I leave. If we go to a gun show or something, we got to go through these big cities and stuff to get to these gun shows. I'm very uncomfortable when I go in those situations, because there's so many factors. There's so many things that can go wrong. You have all kinds of things that you see now. You know, whether it's bums on the street, you see drugs everywhere, and this is just, I'm not telling anybody anything they haven't seen. If you're driving in the city, you're seeing this stuff. So we are living in, this is like the old West, man. It's like getting to be lawless times. So, but yeah, if I go to a place and I feel uncomfortable, I leave. You know, so that's where situational awareness comes in. And there was a time when people would call that being paranoid. Now I call it being practical. You know, use your head. There's a reason why on the civilian side of life, I've never been in a firefight. I've had to present a firearm one time in my life outside of the military. Now, I was in firefights, in combat, and military. But on the civilian side, there was one time a guy tried to accost me and a lady friend of mine, and I had to present, and that was it. So didn't even have to pull the trigger. He was gone. So, you know, that again, that was in Cincinnati, Ohio. So you know, that was back in the college days.
Early days.
Yeah, the early days of my life. So what do we have to say, Mr. Obvious? Is there anything else to add? But I mean, there's so much to talk about in here, subject matter wise.
Yeah, this gun, I shot it 5 times, and I think I've shot it 5 times before, and that's all that gun's ever been shot. It's about 10 rounds.
Now you've carried it a lot. You
Look
can see
how tight the cylinder is.
Yeah, you've got wear marks and everything on it. He's
See how that cylinder falls?
Yeah. Mine's been shot a lot more than his, believe it or not. But
that one's still tight as it was.
I've just started carrying this, so this is a new carry for me.
Yeah, this
and you can see I'm learning. So
yeah, it ain't even broke in. I think I need to run some hot loads through this to straighten that barrel out. That way it'll shoot.
Is that why people do that? Is that yeah, maybe it works, maybe it don't. Anyway, they're a good gun. I like carrying it. You don't even know it's on you. It doesn't leave a print. It's very lightweight. It doesn't bother me a bit. But yeah, like I said, know your area, know your situation. That is something I have to recommend to people. There's certain areas where, and only you know that. You know what works for you. But I would not carry this. If I was going to Cincinnati, Ohio today, this would not be the firearm that I'm carrying. If I had to drive through there, I'm carrying something with more capacity. That's me.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if I'm out and about, you know, just local or something, this is all I carry.
Man, you can go jogging and wear this.
Yeah.
You could. I mean,
hey. 14.6 ounces.
Ladies, let me tell you something. That stuff is crazy out there. I couldn't even imagine what it's like for women today. But carry something like this. It's lightweight. You know, you can go for your run and stuff, wherever it is you like, even if you're in the park. Stuff's getting crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Carry something like this. It's light, you know.
Yeah, it's not made to shoot any range. I mean,
clearly. Yeah,
this is.
Yeah, somebody can
3 or 4 feet away gun, keep somebody off of you.
Yeah, somebody puts their hands on you and make them pay for it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying. So especially with times the way they are, guys, you don't know who's in this country now. Okay? So that's just the way I feel about it. You know, and I have seen enough, even out here in the middle of nowhere. I've been seeing things that make me concerned. You know, and I'm friends with local law enforcement and everything, and I get told everything. So they kind of keep me up to snuff on what's happening in the area. And things are still okay here, though. I have to say that. I mean, when you look at the rest of the country, short of living on a mountaintop in Wyoming, you know, you're pretty safe out here. And you know, the crime rate still, thank God, relatively low. But guys, drugs the way they are, and the youth the way the youth is now, you don't know what you're dealing with anymore. People can be psychotic. So
all the action goes on in the cities.
Seems like
I don't know what out in the country like this. I mean,
if something does happen, you don't hear about it.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah, I mean it's not on TV, and Kentucky's real low anyway on crime rate.
Yeah. Mr. Obvious was state, and even here in the state of Kentucky, you know, we're seeing an increase in crime. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that we have a liberal governor now or what, but, you know, it's, you can't go to Lexington, Kentucky anymore like you used to be able to.
getting a little crazy.
You got to keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, you do all times. I mean, it's I stay away from cities and big crowds, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't go to anything that's got big crowds.
Times just, they have changed, and you've got to overcome, adapt, and improvise. So you've got to evolve with the times. And until things get radically cleaned up in this country, and I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I pray that I'm wrong on that, but
You just can't get out and have a good time anymore. You
got to worry about too much stuff. And you know, people don't even have to be bothering you. You can walk, trip, and fall, and land your hand on somebody's fentanyl powder and freaking die. You know what's going on with that?
Yeah.
You know, you got babies getting killed crawling around in a park in a playground. Mm-hmm. You know, because they touch fentanyl. You know, this is crazy, crazy times, people. Crazy, crazy times. So, you know, so wash your hands on top of all that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Really.
But anyway, anything to add, Miss Robbie's?
Nothing really add.
All right, so arm yourself to the teeth. That's what we're saying. And if you're dressed in such a way that this is all you can carry, it beats having a pointy stick. So I would highly recommend carrying it. And like I said, especially to women and stuff out there, you know, you need to be packing. You need to be carrying a firearm. We are in crazy, crazy times, and you've got to defend yourself. Do not be a victim. Situational awareness, and like I said, you know, have your sharp claws and teeth, and carry good bullets. So
that's it.
All right. So with that, everybody, remember, keep your knives sharp, keep your powder dry.
Subscribe to Last Minute Man and watch us on
Rumble.